Good early evening here from Kenosha, my little go-goers. I had already tried to do this vlog. Oh, this is time number 6. This is where we're going to now. I laugh because I pretty much deserved it. This is the one where I fell on the headstone that was half in, half out, if you watched my last video, and caused me to spill not so nice words in a cemetery out of my mouth like a waterfall. It wouldn't stop. So when I tried to come do the vlog the other times, it was glitched or it was like taken completely out of order. So I said, okay, I get it. I'll wait a couple of weeks and then come back. So I went and did Mr. McCaffrey back behind me over there. He's further back that way. So that same day I came over here and did Mr. Oscar Zerk. I didn't like the way it turned out. I said, you know what? I think I've redeemed myself. I can go back. So I'm redoing this here at Greenwood. Oh, holy shnikes. No, not Greenwood. Green Ridge. Yikes. Green Ridge Cemetery. My apologies. This man was born in Austria, and his original last name was Zerkowitz, but when he came here at the age of 46, I believe? Yeah, 46. He changed it to Zerk. In his 90 years of life, the man had patented at the least 300 different inventions and designs and ideas. I'm 41 and I feel like I haven't done anything compared to this man. He had made a coffee grinder for his kitchen to enjoy fresh coffee, but he never patented the idea, which is a shame. He could have made a lot of money on that too as well. Some of his inventions are the camera tripod that's shake free, where it holds it steady. Forgot the word escapes me. Slimming, leg slimming hosiery, fail-safe brakes for trolley cars and such. Oh, geez. He's also done non-skid brakes. He's the stamped aluminum wheel covers for tires and wire tires, regular tires and wire tires. He actually designed and patented that, so we can thank him for that. I mean, this man has done a lot to help us. But his most, I can't really say prized invention, but his most lucrative invention is a tiny little fitting, about so big, called the Zerk fitting. It's a little lubrication fitting that's used on every car, truck, airplane, any mechanized vehicle that helps keep the lubrication and everything going. You can thank that man. And it says when he passed, about 20 billion of those had been manufactured and sold. So that was his most lucrative invention that this man had. Astounding, considering he came here at 46. I'm standing in front of his grave right now, and I'm going to switch the camera to show you. Now, what makes this grave unique, especially here in the Midwest, we have very harsh winters. We just got done with, 2 different snowstorms, over 2 feet of snow. So, I mean, for this to look as it does, and I don't see any rust, I see dirt, but for this to be no rust or anything, it's amazing. As you can see, we are right here at the grave of Mr. Oscar Ulysses Zerk. The little rails there. I want to say, I could be wrong, this probably alone takes up 2 to 3 plots maybe. But from what it looks like, there's a couple people that are interred here with him, not just him. Now, the amazing thing about this, like I said, I see no rust on any of this. The railings, the little podiums down here, even his cross, this and the bench and the other 2 posts back there, this is entirely stainless steel. Now, I don't know if stainless steel is supposed to rust or not, but this is amazing. The cross, I know it's taller than me. It's got to be well over 6 foot. I'm only 5'2", and if I lay down, put my feet at the bottom, my head, if I lay down on the side, my head may touch this part right here. And that's 5'2", so this has got to be at least 6 foot or more. Alice Garrity, I'm not sure who that is. But I do know there's Adele Zerk, 1945. That may be his wife. I do know he lost a wife to childbirth. One other marriage he had was to a 19-year-old secretary from Chicago. I don't know who Alice Garrity is. She could have been a wife. It says our son, 1945. That would probably be Adele Zerk, and she died in childbirth and lost their son. So as far as I know, I don't believe he had any children that I looked up in research. But this young lady right here, Dorothy Zerk, she was his fourth wife. I'm sorry. She was his 4th wife. And she lived in their mansion that he had over on Cooper Road. Now, it's amazing. The mansion is just breathtaking, the property, everything. But where it is located, there's no safe place for me to pull over and at least give you a shot. Okay, a little hiccup in my plan here. Phone's being messed with, so I think they're having fun with me now. So, February 4th, 1954, Mr. Zerk had 3 gentlemen, well, I wouldn't say gentlemen, but I'm being polite, enter through a unlocked side door of his home around 6:30 p.m. He was upstairs reading before he went out to dinner. They come in, they throw a towel over his head, they tie him to a heavy chair, they have a revolver to his head demanding to know where his safe is. The man didn't keep a safe. They eye a key hanging from his dresser. They take that, they find a closet that has keys to his museum-quality locked cases. In those cases, he had various things from diamonds to opals, artwork, the largest privately owned collection of carved ivory. Needless to say, 2 men are loading the bags. The other gentleman puts actually a pillowcase over his head. They take $250,000 worth of items from Mr. Zerk's home that were uninsured. They loaded up in his gray 1951 Chevy with another car with the stolen property, and they vanish. It takes this man 45 minutes to untie himself from that chair to call the police. 5 hours later, they have his car. Now, March 1st, his loot was found in Melrose Park, Illinois. A woman by the name of Lila Mae, nicknamed Doodles, and a James Miro were arrested. They were charged with receiving stolen goods and interstate commerce. Then, March 4th, they find Americo Di Pietro, and I believe his name was Nick Montrose, Montrose. Di Pietro was 39, Montrose was 38. Why this is significant? Because before they left and they put the pillowcase on his head, he described the men. 5'7", 5'8", heaviest being 185, between 35 and 40 years old. 2 had handkerchief masks. 2 of them were wearing horn-rimmed glasses. Now, he picks DiPietro out of a photo lineup. The lead investigator, Mr. William Schmidt, and the Kenosha County Sheriff, Marshall Simonson, had drove him down to identify his stuff. Only 2/3 of his 500 to 1,000 items that were taken from him were ever recovered. That was $250,000, like I said before. That is $2.3 million in today's money. Ouch. He ends up donating his collection later on to University of Wisconsin, Madison, I believe. But March 4th, they find them. DiPietro surrenders to the FBI because they were involved on a prearranged corner. Problem is, when DiPietro committed the robbery with Mr. Montos, he was out on bail with a $10,000 bail for a cab driver murder. Yes. And I think they believe he was the one with mob ties. He was never charged with that murder. 5 witnesses for the trial had disappeared. So, we know what happened there. Montos was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list for a robbery in Georgia in 1952. They were both tried and convicted. Mr. Zerk, in the meantime, until they were captured, actually not captured. While they were captured, he had guards stationed at Mr. Zerk's home. The aldermen had their boxers in a bundle because that was a lot of money they were spending. He should just be at the county jail. It'll be much easier. We can keep a better eye on him there. He did so for a time. July 1st, he leaves. He goes back home. He wants to move on. Normal life. I don't blame the man. Goes to the trial. Trial ensues. But before then, he marries Dorothy in August. He said she was the love he had been looking for. So during the trial, they identified DiPietro's fingerprints on a silver bowl that was touched in the house in the commission of the robbery. He gets 1 to 2 years. 1 to 10 years. Both of them do. Commission of a robbery to do harm or commit murder. So they go away. Mr. Zerk didn't disappear. 1968, Mr. Zerk passes away. 1995, while she's still living in the mansion, which was named Dunmovin by the previous owner that he bought it from, she passes away. This man, to persevere through the loves and the loss and still come out on top, it's fantastic. I love it. Now that I've gotten past the little hiccup, remember, history's in your own backyard. Learn it, live it, love it. Thank you. Be good, go-goers. Ta-ta for now.